And I think it is so important, the coaching part of it, what you are talking about. Doesn't matter what level you are on, if you just started as a realtor or if you are a top executive. It doesn't really matter. You do need coaching. You need to also be accountable for everything you are promising to your clients. At the end of the day, we're here to service our clients. And I think that is very important. And coaching is the great direction of putting everybody on the right track.
And that's a great summary, Lucy, but it's not just about service, it's also about services, okay? Because we're inextricably interwoven with the concept of home services. And so, I ask a lot about forever agents, take out a circle, and I want you to identify what percentage of your value to your clients is based on your skills, what percentage of your value is based on your personal service, that's personal, you give that no matter where you worked, and what percentage is based on the home services, how you can help facilitate mortgage, title, landscapers, pool maintenance, because if people are living in their homes as they are 11 to 13 years, they can't sustain a forever client relationship just on personal service. It also has to be the services. That brings us back to the content. One of the things that we basically are very passionate about with our Forever Agent movement is the difference between how traditional agents still conduct open houses. Forever agents conduct and manage content-rich open houses. See, a lot of times when consumers go to open houses, Lucy, and I know, they're not excited about signing in. And because they're not excited about signing in, sometimes they write their name illegibly.
Correct.
Sometimes they might even write a fraudulent name. Now, they're not going to call the agent back the next day and say, by the way, Lucy, I came to the open house, I signed in as Alan Thompson, but I'm really Alan Dalton because I didn't know I was going to love the backyard so much. Can I come back and see the home again? They're just going to avoid you because they don't want to acknowledge that they committed a fraud, okay? So, but why do we have people signing in? We should have them signing out, but that requires content. So here's some of the content we've created exclusively for the Forever Agent movement. Moving with pets. That's a wonderful guide. Why? Because 71% of homeowners in my research own a pet. I've never known anyone who owns a pet who doesn't love their pet. I think that consumers actually love their pets more than they love real estate agents. Okay, you do as well, evidently. And because of that, when they go to an open house, and if there's a guide there, how to buy or sell a home with pets, everyone's going to pick it up. And we want our Forever Agents to have their picture and contact information. I wrote all of these, and Wendy developed all of these. I wrote from research and development. Another one I wrote was this. Should you move, improve, or relocate? 95% of homeowners, according to my research, at some time during that 11 to 13 years of living in the home, they're going to be engaged in a home improvement. But overwhelmingly, they're not even bringing in the professional because the professional is not a Forever Agent. And this isn't just a semantics, okay? Because they haven't memorialized that they're a client through their lifestyle planning guide. We have a clients only home services directory, the Forever Agent clients only home service directory. So when they're deciding whether they should move or improve, they don't even bring in the traditional agent. What does that mean? The agent doesn't get the listing if they're going to sell. If they're going to improve, they don't get all of the referrals from the vendors they bring in. And then someday after the improvement, when the homeowner moves 5 or 6 years later, they don't get that listing in the new sale. All because of the fact that in an open house, they might not have brought move, improve, or relocate with their picture on it. But you can't fault the agents because the coaches don't have these programs. Mm-hmm. So the coaches can't introduce what the consumer wants. The coach has to just keep talking what the agent wants to hear. And that's the challenge. But that's why people are responding in a magnificent fashion throughout the global network, our agents being the people, to the content. Okay, we have content, for example, how to downsize with distinction, how to effectively move up, why homes don't sell, which is going to be great because I think there's going to be more so-called expired listings in the next 3 years than the last 3 years. So again, if this was just a pledge If this was just a mantra, if this was just an ad slogan, okay, it wouldn't be sweeping the global network. And our CEO, Christy Budnick, wouldn't be saying, Alan, this movement's so important. I want you to be the czar. I want you to run this, okay? You love that word because you're from Russia. We want you to be the czar. No, Alan, we want you to be the executive director and pull all of this together. And that's what I'm doing.